Hi, I'm Michael Kurosh. I live in Santa Barbara, California, one of the most beautiful places on earth. My design center is where people come to reimagine their homes and spaces. I work with the best designers, clients with broad tastes, and experts who navigate the fascinating world of design. I'm always excited to learn something new, and I never say no to a challenge. This is Design Santa Barbara. Welcome to Design Santa Barbara. I'm Michael Kurosh, and today we are in Santa Barbara Design Center, heading south to Montecito, California, where my dear friend Susan Shan has two beautiful properties to show us, one old one and one recently constructed.
Michael.
Hello, Susan.
I'm so glad to see you.
So wonderful to see you.
This is going to be one of the funnest properties of all, because I'm going to take you first to this house that is owned by Alan Glasser. This is a 1930s George Washington Smith home. And then we're going to take you down the road, which is also part of his property, where from scratch with my team, we've built a beautiful cottage that he's going to decide where he wants to live at the end of the day. So it's not done yet, but this one is really done, and you're going to see lots of fun Hollywood memorabilia because he's a Hollywood producer.
Oh my goodness, I'm excited.
So let's go meet Alan.
Love to see that.
Welcome, Michael.
This is classic. Beautiful piece.
1930s. Look at this agave.
It's ginormous.
That's how old and beautiful that is. And this is Alan's home. This is the George Washington Smith home we talked about.
Original.
Let's see if he's home.
Yeah. Ooh, that was cool.
Nice bell.
Oh, there he is.
Hi, Alan.
Hello,
good to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh, well, first of all, I'll give you a hug. Can I give you a hug?
Absolutely.
And this is Michael. You know Michael.
And I'm Michael. Nice meeting
to see you too.
Thank you for having us in your beautiful home. I hear a lot of good stuff about it.
Well, I hope.
It's a lot to show.
Absolutely.
Love
Come on
to see
in,
it.
please.
Lots to
Thank you.
show. Well, here we are. Alan, thank you so much for having us today.
Oh, my pleasure.
There's so much history in this house, and what we're going to do, as I said earlier, is to take them here first, and then let's surprise them with what we're doing down the road.
I'd love that. That would be great.
But we have lots of questions to ask. So, Michael.
Yeah, I'm first of all breathtaking, beautiful items you have here.
Oh, thank you
Feels
very
like you're
much.
entering a museum, literally.
Well,
It's beautiful.
you know, this house kind of befits this kind of furniture. This is a George Washington Smith house built in 1930. And I think it's one of the last homes he ever built. It had such great bones, and what I loved about it is it had a connection to Montecito. I felt like I was living in Montecito when I walked into this house. So that was its big appeal for me. And most of the furnishings here are either from trips that we've taken or from a collection of my partner, who was an actor, and it's got a lot of great old Hollywood lineage to it.
Like, tell us, I'm very
Yeah,
curious.
we'd
and
love to
I
see.
will,
Yes,
but I
please
will
tell
of
us about
these
the item.
Well, these two hall chairs were gifts from Rock Hudson
Oh my goodness.
here. When Tab was doing a movie in London, he bought that at a place called Woolsey Antiques.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, Jacobean there.
It's gorgeous.
This bench came from a good friend of Tab's. Her name was Joan Cohen Harvey. Her husband was Harry Cohen from Columbia Pictures. And she ultimately married Lawrence Harvey. And as a birthday gift, she gave this piece to Tab here. These horse brasses are all from Tab's collection because he was an equestrian as well as an actor. So he loved that. And the painting came from Cardi and Cardi Antiques.
Oh, yes.
In the Upper Village. They have wonderful things, and you know, what wasn't purchased outside of Montecito came from them in this house.
Let's go see some
Let's
more.
go see the living room, yes.
Look at this room. Okay, Alan, tell us about the woodwork over this fireplace. It's extraordinary.
This was designed by George Washington Smith, and I have the original drawings of the florets that he did. This whole paneling was hand carved in Italy and then shipped over here in 1929. He was so talented. I mean, the attention to detail in this house, from the wood paneling here to the ceilings, all around. It was just incredible. They don't build homes like this much anymore. I'm sure there are some great construction workers out there that would disagree with me, but I have to say that this is really well constructed.
Because he took the time to make it so absolutely breathtakingly beautiful, and the perfectionism that goes into every one of those little, you know, details.
Absolutely.
The ceiling is just amazing. And you said it withstood the earthquake, and nothing happened.
Exactly.
As you say,
it's withstood every earthquake since 1930, so I feel pretty safe here. And it's not near a creek, which is nice, so I don't have to worry about any of that. So it's been, you know, a wonderful home. I've been here 27 years now. So
it's beautiful.
It's a very rich room,
Yeah,
very rich and beautifully decorated.
With lots of stories and history, which is what makes it so wonderful.
Well, exactly, and I'd like to show you some more things in the dining room.
Let's go see. We're excited about that. Michael, this room, it's right up your alley. Alan, you have to tell Michael about this amazing tapestry, because he's the rug man. He knows everything about it.
Oh, well, you may know more about it than I do, but we found this in Norfolk, Connecticut. We were visiting friends at an antique shop, and it's a 16th century Flemish tapestry.
Very true, yes.
Yes, and you know, it's got such vibrant colors considering, you know, how old it is. And this table here was from the actor Vincent Price. I'll just pull the chairs back so you can see the details in here. It's a Jacobean dining table, and Tab had this for 50 years.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
It actually plays off of the workmanship of the wood
and
in the other room. Yes, it's just, and they don't make them like that anymore. Although I'll find some great treasures at your place, Michael, I must say.
Thank you. But this is amazing. It's beautiful.
Amazing.
And it just made to use for how many years? Maybe 500 years?
500 years, exactly.
Beautiful. Just like the tapestry, too.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic.
It's
absolutely
gorgeous.
Again, beautiful house. Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, where do we go from here?
Oh, we've got another spot to show you, which is in this room here, because that's got some more interesting collectibles.
It's true, yes. I'd be happy to show you.
Please.
Okay, right this way.
Oh, Alan, tell us about this room. I know there's history in here.
This used to be the porch to the house, and we enclosed this about 20 years ago. And these chairs actually are from 20th Century Fox. When I worked there, they had a prop warehouse sale. And we bought these chairs, and once a month I see them turn up in Turner Classic Movies.
These chairs?
These chairs, they were in the movies All About Eve, A Letter to Three Wives. I've got Marilyn Monroe with them. I had no idea when I bought them, but that was a bonus.
This is
to
a good
these chairs.
one.
Yes.
You can't resist a good sale, and look how it ended up, huh?
Exactly.
They're beautiful. They're so
well,
fun.
they were recovered. They didn't look like this originally. Tab had them covered in a Chinese silk.
They're gorgeous.
And they do look better
and
this way.
They're comfortable. I've actually sat in those, and you can take a little snack.
Very nice and little. I see the view outside. Can we go out there and
please.
tell us about the garden a little bit? It's
Absolutely.
so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Come on, let's take a walk out.
Wow, welcome to heaven. This
Well,
is
thank you.
so magical.
This is magical. There's no other word for it.
Beautiful.
When we first moved here, this was just a dirt lot. There was nothing here except for the trees. And this is a 20-year work in progress. It's always, as you know, in any garden, things change and you have to keep updating and move things around. But I think it's pretty well set now.
It's beautiful.
And
beautiful. It looks like you're into France, and is one of those magical gardens you have. I've been there for 300 years.
And
Beautiful.
lucky us, we had our production meetings while we were building the house down the road, right here.
Right out here?
Yeah,
Lucky you.
all through COVID, we'd sit out here and do our production. So we should go down and see the other property now.
yes, I did want to mention one other
yes.
thing. One of the George Washington Smith signature pieces are these windows over there. Those framed windows are what he's known for in most of his homes. there.
They're stunning.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, maybe we should go see
Yeah,
the new one.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited. What a beautiful cottage Alan and Tab have lived in, and what a beautiful memorabilia from Alan's late partner Tab. After the break, we're gonna go look at this beautiful new construction property Alan has created. This week on Michael's Minute, we're gonna be talking about my favorite subject, rugs. Every designer will tell you to start from the rug up. It's the key. We have personally curated a rug collection of thousands, and with over 100 combined years of design experience, we can help you find the perfect rug for your space. And if you absolutely have to look online, go to santabarbaradc.com or rugsamore.com, find the perfect rug, then come in here and see it in person. I will gladly show it to you myself. And with all our rugs 50% off, our prices can't be beat. Come into 410 Oliver Street and let us help you find your rug. This week on Design FYI, we're gonna talk about sofas and the unknown mistakes people make. Did you know average American spends 46 minutes a day in a car, but they spend 5 hours and 4 minutes on average on a sofa? So why would you go out there and spend tens of thousands of dollars for something you use for 46 minutes and then go ahead and buy something cheap that you sit on it for 5 hours and 4 minutes? At Santa Barbara Design Center, we create you a custom sofa that is made for you specifically and to your shape and size and comfort and your family. So when you're sitting and watching TV or talking and conversing with your friends, you're sitting on actually something that represents you. Your car represents you, why shouldn't your sofa? Thank you for joining us on Design FYI this week, and please come see me at Santa Barbara Design Center, 410 Olive, and let me help you find the right sofa for you and your family. Welcome back to Design Santa Barbara. Today we are in Montecito, California with world-class designer Susan Shand, and we're gonna be looking at Alan Glazer's new property.
So Michael, here we are at Alan's new property, and we're going to take you inside to show you the difference between the two properties, which will be pretty apparent.
Let's see that.
So be careful, because it's a construction site.
Yes. Thank you.
After you.
So we have
Smells
to.
so good.
It's just lovely, but we have to explain to you what you're seeing now,
Yes,
and you'll see
please.
more in 6 weeks. Alan, explain to Michael why we chose to go with this style when we developed this.
Well, when I decided to build a guest cottage, I did research, and I found that people in the 20s and 30s that built homes here did not build smaller replicas of their Spanish-style homes as a guest house. They built batten board cottages. And what we tried to do is not only do that, but create something like you'd see at the San Ysidro Ranch.
Right.
Like one of the cottages
So,
there.
and I love this because the challenge was presented to me from Alan. Like, let's do this differently, and let's make this make it feel California, like the history of his home, and bring this history into that feeling of the San Ysidro Ranch, which has its own history.
Beautiful, yes.
So you will see, and you'll see it more in 6 weeks, how we've really created that feeling, and I'm so excited to see the final touches going on now.
This is so nice to see at this stage, and we see what it's going to be at the end. It just
Well,
the
you know,
transformation is always.
I have to give all the credit to Susan and her team,
Yes.
because they really did an incredible job in designing this, and I'm such a fan of hers because I've seen properties she's done in the past on your show, and
She's wonderful, yes.
Yes.
And she starts from A to
Oh.
Z, so some people are not like that. She's very talented.
Thank you. I'm
Absolutely.
blushing. Okay, let's move on.
So why don't you show us what's going to be?
I will.
Give
Let
us
me
a
show you the
little
rest of
tour
the
of the rest
house.
of the house.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
do that.
please.
Can't tell you yet, but you'll have a beautiful island in the middle of this with a wonderful quartzite top, and the whole kitchen's just going to be all open and glorious with light in this house. This is the fun guest bathroom with the hexagon white and black tiles, little polka dots, and then in the subway tile in the bathroom, it's gonna all be quartzite and gorgeous, so just wait and see. So throughout this house, you see the pitch ceilings, fun chandeliers will be happening in this room. And then what I love about what we've done throughout the house are these wonderful French oak wood floors to give it the warmth and to give it that real cottagey feeling.
It's a beautiful property and I can see the bones are in. We'll be back in a few months and check on what Susan has done after the break. How many times in the last year have you said to yourself, I really need a new sofa? Spending so much time at home lately, you deserve the most comfortable furniture. At Santa Barbara Design Center's massive showroom, we have numerous selections of sofas and sectionals that you can take home today. Or we can custom build your dream sofa. We make the most comfortable and stylish sofas and sectionals in the industry today. Just ask the top designers in Santa Barbara. They use our sofas and sectionals in their projects because they know clients are beyond satisfied with the results. For a decision as important as this, don't go online or buy from a catalog photo. Come into 410 Olive Street and let our experienced team help you find the perfect fit for your home. Trust me, you want to sit on it before you buy it. Today on Design FYI, we're going to talk about what not to buy when you're going shopping for rugs. Most big outlets or national chains, they sell nowadays hand-tufted rugs. This sounds like it's hand knotted, it's done by hand, but actually they are not. It's called hand-tufted and is actually a gun that rolls the wool around the warp, and they are not good rugs at all. So this is a sample we're having here for you to see. Anything that has a backing like this, flip your rugs over at home, see if it has a backing, is absolutely not good. So what it does is it hides what they did below this thing, which is a latex glue, which actually is toxin. And if you have got any rugs over the net, I hate to say it, over the net, because it's easy to sell and they're inexpensive, you buy these things over the internet. So when it comes to your house, they smell. Have you noticed that? They smell more like a gasoline or more like a diesel because they don't let the latex cure. And the latex that glues this wool to this backing smells a lot. On top of that, they shed quite a lot. The wool is cheap because they need to be inexpensive and they shed. I would not recommend you to get anything, again, that has a backing and is glued because it comes apart very easily. It is temporary. It is not a green product because they wear very quickly, end up in the fill, and just basically as a landfill junk we are adding to our planet. The things I would recommend you to get, unlike these things that have backing, is the rugs that they have nuts to them. So as what to buy, I highly recommend you to get some rugs that they are hand knotted. And how you can see, flip it to the back and you can see the knots are done individually and each one is slightly different than the next one because they're done by hand, and the intensity of the wool and the pull they have the weaver makes them look different. Also the sides are done by hand. That you can see very easily. If you want to buy a real rug, please come to Santa Barbara Design Center and I can gladly help you. Thank you for joining us on Design FYI, Santa Barbara Design Center, 410 Olive. So welcome back to Design Santa Barbara. We are here back at this beautiful home 4 months later with my awesome friends Susan and Alan, the homeowner. And it was very quick.
Unbelievable. For the state of Montecito and what's happening all through COVID, we had this entire house built from scratch in 8 months.
That's true.
That's because he's the most amazing.
18 years of permitting, 8 months of building.
Well, I wouldn't
Exactly.
quite say 18 years, but it did take a while to get the permits. But once we got the permits, it took 9 months from,
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
you know, dirt lot to this.
This
I had
is
great
like-
contractors.
Yeah.
Speedy Gonzalez,
Yeah,
Speed
Speedy,
in
Speedy, that's
Santa
right.
Barbara.
We
Beautiful.
move fast.
Love to
We move
see
fast.
what you guys
Oh,
have done.
I would love to share it with
Take
you.
a
Come on
minute.
Beautiful.
in.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
This is amazing.
Do you like it?
I love it, and I cannot believe you made this thing in 8 months.
Well, here's the ease of it. Alan knew exactly what well, you did, right? You knew
It's
what
true.
you wanted.
I wanted something that would emulate maybe the San Ysidro Cottage. When you go up there for dinner, you see something that looks very similar to this. And I met with Susan. When I went to her house, I walked in and I thought, you have a house just like the San Ysidro Cottage I want a miniature version of. So she said, we can do that.
So that's what we did, and only for Alan. I said, only for Alan would I give him my home, which is exactly this. The fireplace is all hand-hewn. We had the same fire rock guy come in and do his hand-chiseled pieces, so it's just a one-of-a-kind fireplace. No one else will have this, and we mimic the same stone on the outside of the house, so when you drive up and you see it on top of the chimney, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It actually looks fresh, airy, and happy.
It's happy.
You want to be here. A lot of houses you go, they're a little bit like, oh my God.
I know.
It is beautiful.
Well,
beautiful.
we
Fantastic.
love the California
Well, you know,
cottage.
that's due to Susan's talent. She just knows how to get the right paint color and the right floors, and just everything came together beautifully.
And top of that, she knows different styles. She can make anything and
Absolutely.
everything happen,
I'm
which is
blushing.
unusual. No, seriously, certain designers have certain style. They're pigeonholed in that, and they try not to come out. You're amazing.
Thank
you do
you,
a
Michael.
lot
I
of beautiful
appreciate
jobs,
that.
and I mean,
Well, it's my joy. It's my joy to work with people like yourself who have everything I need when I want to
very
finish
kind.
the house, and the people like Alan, who is the most amazing client because he knows what he likes, and he was so much fun. We had so much fun doing this. didn't
We did, which I was not expecting
We
in
laughed-
this process.
we
and
laughed
it
a
ended up
lot.
being a good thing. Yeah.
We did. We giggled a lot. I want to show you the kitchen, which is all done with Caesar stone, and it's just this bright light kitchen. Then I'll take you into the bedrooms and the bathrooms.
you know, kitchen is my favorite room in any house.
Because you're a chef.
Oh, because I'm always hungry.
Well, let's
All
go.
right,
Let's
let's
go
do
take
that.
a look.
All right, this is the cutest little kitchen
It's
I have
sweet.
seen. It's beautiful and has your signature in it. Tell us a little bit about it.
As well, I love this kitchen because, well, first of all, it was a challenge. It is a small space, but there's so much storage we made in this. Shaker cabinets, we kept it very San Ysidro Cottage-y, Caesar stone tops. So this is a man-made product, but it's beautiful. And Alan loved this. Go ahead. You
Well,
tell
what I
Alan.
loved was that we put no outlets on the backsplash. All the outlets live underneath the cabinetry, and there's like 20 on each side. So it just gives it a nice, clean look all the way down.
That's smart.
And what's very important when you're doing a kitchen like this and using stone that has some type of a fabrication in it, you need to make sure that your lines are fabricated correctly. So it lines up so you're not getting a zigzag feeling, which still makes the kitchen feel bigger. So there's all these little tricks of the trade, so to speak, when doing that. You use very contemporary appliances, the best of the appliances. And we hid the microwave in the island so that somebody sitting in the living room doesn't have to see a microwave or see the food coming out, and then there's a little area there to even put some benches. So we're still decorating it now, and it's early on, so that's why you're seeing the
Genius.
bare bones of this house.
And your stove, as Alan was mentioning,
yes.
is just beautiful use of a space. There's not even 1 inch gone unused in this one.
Exactly. It's got 2 oven cavities, so you can, you know, cook 2 different temperatures in here, and it's got 6 burners, and it's only a 30-inch range.
Yeah, and it's a
Unbelievable.
Thanksgiving house because look how bright and light it is. Tall ceilings,
Absolutely.
big wooden beam floors, 7-inch wood floors.
Did you say Thanksgiving?
Thanks. You coming?
Oh, yeah, I'm
Okay,
here. That's
let's
it.
do it.
I'll be there too.
Let's go in the bed. Let's go. Let's keep going because there's so much more to see.
All right, yeah, it's a big place. Let's check it
After
out.
you.
When you think of a California cottage, you think of small spaces, but you want to keep the bathrooms light. So this bathroom, I just adore keeping that black and white theme and keeping it light and airy with the light fixtures and just everything in white and black. And you have everything you need in this little bathroom. And eventually I'll roll up little white towels everywhere and put some white roses and you're done. So Michael, what you can see here is the French doors throughout the house, which keep it light and airy, and out to the beautiful garden. As you look up into the ceiling, we've done a great thing with whitewashing these beams to match the wide oak floors, and we did the same thing in the living room, but we did the entire living room all with this beautiful whitewash color. And this is the master bathroom, lovely large shower, everything with porcelain tile. Again, I wanted to keep everything light and white and airy. This one has more of a gray and white theme to it. And I just love this feeling of this Carrara marble look, but with a very hardy countertop so that you can drop makeup and all types of things and not have to worry.
Susan, what a wonderful place this is. It is stunning to me that you start from scratch. We were here and we see the finished product. It feels like, as you said, you're sitting in like Nice or sitting in Tuscany. It's beautiful, it's quiet, nice.
You know, I just want to say that Susan has a great team of people that work with her. And she has a wonderful landscape designer who did this, Pat Brody, and the architect, Philip Tobolsky from Los Angeles. He did a great job.
Yeah, I love these players because we have so much fun together, and they really know this property. They took it, as you said, from a plot of dirt and then created this oasis. Look at the gorge. It's only the beginning now, you're seeing it now, but when this lilac grows and when the cacti grows, it's going to be phenomenal. And this architecture, yes, heads up to Philip Tobolsky, it's brilliant. And I think even like the weather vane that you've added, that was personal. You have to talk about that.
Oh yeah,
right.
that. You're going to explain to us what that is
Absolutely.
about, yes.
Tab and I were on a trip back east, and Tab was an equestrian, so he loved to go to all the barns and he would go to all the horse shows, and we came across that on an old barn in Connecticut.
Love it.
And Tab purchased that and had it in his room, and I took it out of the room and as homage to him, put it on top of the guest house where it lives now.
Oh, his soul would be always happy out there.
Yes.
Exactly.
And you have amazing memorabilia that you'll eventually place all around the house as we start to design it. So it's going to be so much fun.
Absolutely.
The fun continues. I'm glad you got to see this today.
Yeah, we come back for Thanksgiving dinner and while we have it furnished.
Absolutely. Susan will cook it and we'll eat it.
Sounds good.
Yes.
I can design.
I could.
I'm a good designer, but as far as cooking goes, not my forte.
No, you're an amazing
No,
designer,
thank you.
and thank you for
Thank you for
having
coming.
us. Our audience probably enjoyed this tremendously.
Well, thank you both for coming. I'm very proud of it, and thank you, Susan, for all your hard work.
Enjoy it. You deserve this.
Thank you.
It has been a wonderful journey to see the old cottage and the new project with Susan Shand, and Alan is going to enjoy this place for many years to come. I love working with Susan. I'm looking forward to do another project with her. See you next week.